Welcome to Simplicity Bible. It is Victoria speaking once again on this fine hour today or this evening, depending on wherever you are in the world. And today or this evening, or now in this wonderful time called present, I would like to speak to you about the art of self-reliance. Now, I think this is a crucial topic, especially when it comes to talking or discussing minimalism and what it means to be self-reliant, self-sufficient. So we live in a society that constantly thrives on progression and on ownership of items and materialistic commodities in our world, especially in the Western world. And I'm only going to be focusing on the West in particular, because this is the world that I'm living in currently. And for anyone else out there who might be in different parts of the world that might not live in a society where it's wholly based upon commodity and progression and capitalism, maybe this talk might inspire you in a different way. But neither here nor there. I diverse. So, self-reliance. Now, to me, I have always aspired to become self-reliant, but I realized that it's not impossible to become self-reliant, but it's very hard when, you have a lot of things that are demanding your attention, or that you feel you might need because it might serve a certain purpose in your life, or so you're led to believe. And for me, taking on a minimalist path has really changed my attitude in terms of seeing things for what they really are and trying to understand if I really need that thing, that possession, or if I really need to do a certain thing in order to achieve something else. Really becoming clear about what is the purpose behind owning that item, or maybe having certain things in your world that may or may not even serve you. So the art of becoming self-reliant, to me personally, is about relying on yourself to be everything that you need in every situation, despite anything that comes your way. Okay, so it's about having that inner strength, or inner clarity, or that cleanliness inside your soul, so to speak, that nothing or no one can touch, that no one can damage, or that no one can or nothing can hinder, because you are reliant upon your own energy. Now, this might be more of a spiritual kind of perspective on things, but for me, I also see it as it relates to all your physical, your mental, and your emotional as well. Having that reliance. So, for example, you might be going in the shop one day, okay, you're going shopping, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I really want this, I really want that. I've been there. I was there last week. But the difference is, when you become more self-reliant, you realize that you don't need all the things you thought you did. And, it's not just about commodities, it's also about people and relationships. I feel that it's really important to come to terms or come to grips with, yes, it is important to experience amazing experiences with others, but it's also important to hone in your own experiences for yourself. When was the last time you took a trip alone, or when was the last time you did something without relying on another person? When was the last time you actually heard yourself speak? Now, a lot of people out there, maybe not for you and I, but I know a lot of people, I was this person myself, really, I wouldn't say afraid, but just trying to distract time and space away from hearing my own voice and hearing my own needs and that little voice inside, because I knew that, or so I thought I knew, that I needed stimulus from the external world to fill my cup, so to speak, to give me that energy, that life that I felt was missing. And I've come to realize, and it's taken a long time, but I've come to realize that life is not about what's given to you, but it's about what you create inside of yourself that blossoms for the world to experience. And most importantly, it's about filling yourself up and becoming reliant on your own happiness, your own well-being, your own health, becoming your own best friend, and becoming a person that is not reliant on the external world to make you feel a certain way. You know, a lot of women out there, okay, maybe not so much men, but a lot of women out there feel they need to dress a certain way or, act in a certain way. Some men feel they need to have this certain job in order to attract the women or women have to dress a certain way to attract men. And yes, okay, there are aspects of it which are pretty cool, but at the same time, when it comes down to breaking all those barriers and all of those layers, brushing it all away to really see the person for who they are. A lot of people are fragile, and I'm not afraid to admit that I've been fragile, and I am still fragile. However, for me, I think the difference is I've come to terms with that fragility, and used it as my strength to become more self-sufficient, self-reliant, and realizing that you are enough, you can do everything that you need, you have everything that you need, no matter where you are. Okay, so when it comes, maybe in relation to minimalist lifestyles, for me it's really important because when I've been really focusing on what's coming in and out of my life, whether it's items, whether it's health, whether it's people, I've come to realize that it's more important to be or create the environment you want to see that will complement your own energy, okay, and not relying on other people or things to create that for you. You have to create for yourself. And so I kind of want to end this discussion on a few notes that I've found from one of my favorite philosophers of all time, Mr. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And his book is called Self-Reliance and Other Essays. And I'm going to just read to you a few lines that have inspired and impacted my life in ways that I can't even imagine. In his book, in Self-Reliance, in the chapter of Self-Reliance, he actually says, they meaning humanity or people, they measure their self-esteem of each other by what each has and not by what each is. The political parties meet in numerous conventions, but it is only as a man is put off of all foreign support and stands alone that I see him to be strong and to prevail. So I thought I'd leave on this inspirational note from Emerson. And what could you do to become self-reliant today? What could you create in your own world that doesn't have the demands of the external environment around you, that you could create for yourself? Shape your world, shape your environment, shape your own well-being.